Hello? There we are. We're good? Can't. Actually, he was calling him, but I'll call you. As a matter of fact, I am, yes.
While we work together?
Yeah. We ready over there? Okay.
Tough question, okay.
So I'm going to ask you a very easy question.
All right, good.
Okay, so this is Chris Regas, returning one of our returning players, and Chris, I was just thinking this morning though that you missed the blizzard being down here already, didn't you?
Blizzard.
There was a blizzard up around your home.
Actually, I just heard about that. There was a blizzard on the west side of the state and tornadoes on the east side of the state, so I got out just in time.
It's from South Dakota. Is you too, huh?
That doesn't happen very often.
Okay, so some of the numbers for Chris from last year. He set the all-time club record with 22 saves. He had a team-leading 2.70 ERA and was tied for wins with 7. As you think back to that season last year, what are a couple things that maybe stand out for you?
I mean, for me, I think being able to throw as often and as many innings as I did was nice, just because I've kind of, in the past had some shoulder issues and stuff like that, and it's nice to know that that kind of stuff is behind me. But otherwise, I mean, what honestly stands out more are the 5 or whatever blown saves that I had. So.
Okay, so we won't think about those right now, but
That's how we baseball players think.
so what made you want to re-sign here in Kansas City?
Pretty much everything about it. I mean, it's a great place to play, obviously, with this field. We get a lot of fans, which is nice to play in front of. Just the living in the area, loved it. Maz, of course. Oh, he's not even here? Okay. Well, we'll throw that out there anyway. But, no, it was just a great situation all around, and, it's hard to find that, especially in independent ball.
Okay, you guys? Josh, Alan?
Well, this is actually my second trip through this league. I played in Sioux Falls back in 07 and 08, and I've definitely noticed a big improvement in terms of that. It seems like back then, in general, you would have starting pitchers that were in the 83 to 85, 86 velocity range. And now I feel like everybody that runs out there is 88 plus. And then you'll get, several back-end bullpen guys that are now touching mid-90s. So, from the pitching side, that's a big thing that I've noticed. And then, hitting size is just there are more dangerous hitters, more guys that, can hit a ball over the fence, at any time in the game. So, it's obviously known as a little bit younger league than something like the Atlantic League. But talent-wise, I don't think there is much of a difference between the two. No, I think definitely a lot of people come here and they're very impressed by, everything that you see out here. I guess I don't. If I'd played on another team, I would know a little more about what the guys say, but just the people that I've talked to on other teams, they love coming here.
Easy enough.
All right.
That's good enough. Thank you. Good seeing you. Jake. All right, this is Jacob Blackwood, who Kansas City area native, and was here at the T-Bones for 2 seasons, 2009, 2010, and then we'll just say went a couple other places and then came back this year. So we'll just say welcome back to Kansas City, welcome back to the T-Bones.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
What made you want to come back to Kansas City?
Well, one, my family. I'm from here. Me and my wife, we live here with my son. Both parents are here. Everybody's sister. So I'd say that's probably the number one reason. And a very, very close second is the atmosphere, the ballpark, the great fans that we have here, and just everything that is the Kansas City T-Bone.
So you played a similar place in Winnipeg last year as far as crowd support and that type of thing, and there was a question to Regas about just how this team is perceived, how coming to Kansas City is perceived. How was it for you guys when you came down to Kansas City?
It's always great coming here. We always look forward to coming here. The surroundings that are about that are around the stadium, and how the fans come and they support their team, and they don't dog on the visiting team. It's just great fans. You go to some places and they, if you're the visiting team, it's pretty rough on you, and it's definitely not that way here. It's awesome.
So later this season, we will have a Jake Blackwood bobblehead, and have you ever been a bobblehead before?
No, not in any form of the sense.
So when you found out, what's your reaction when Chris Brown calls and says, "Hey, we want to have a Jake Blackwood"? I'm gonna have to learn how to say that. Blackwood bobblehead.
I was excited, ecstatic. I guess you can look at it one of two ways. Either I did something good enough to get one, or I've been playing long enough to get one. I don't know which one's a better thing, but it's gonna be a fun night. I think the fans will appreciate. I've got quite a few hometown fans here that know me from the 2010 season, and I think that are excited for me to be back, and I'm just looking forward to that night. It's going to be a really fun night.
So since it has been a few years since you were here, are you the same player you were 4 years ago?
I hope not. No, but
Player of the year.
You know what I mean. I hope I've gotten better. Yeah, I think I bring the same kind of things to the table. I haven't reinvented myself in any way or anything like that. So, I do got 3 more years under my belt, so maybe a little slower, a little heavier, but I think I'm ready to go. I'm good. You talking about in the 2010 season or this year?
Would you have played somewhere else this year?
Yeah, actually, Rick Forney in Winnipeg. I spoke with him, and he wanted me to come back, and I wanted to play closer to home, and we were able to make some things work, and to his credit, I got a little bit of what I wanted. So, good thing for him to do that for me. With the T-Bones, not really. Again, a little bit of what Regas was saying. I think the league has improved a lot since 2010. One, there's more teams. It's a different league. You're not seeing the same guys, every other week. So you don't get to learn the pitchers as easily. You may face a team, one time in May, and then come back and face them again in August, and they're a completely different team. There's new faces. So it's a little tougher than it was in 2010, but I think we're going to be good. I think right now, from what I see, I know it's only been a couple days, but I think we cover a lot of facets.
You're going to get tongue-tied on that, yeah.
As a team, we got some guys that can hit the ball over the fence. We got some guys that can run. We got some guys that can spray the ball around the yard. We got a lot of different things that I think, you have to make a good overall team. You can't just have a bunch of big boppers. You can't just have a bunch of slap and run guys. You have to have a good mix, and I think we have that. All right. Yep.
Appreciate it. Mr. Tenbrink. So this is Nate Tenbrink, another Kansas City guy. So you played against Jake growing up a little bit, huh?
We played together back in, when was that, Jake? 2003, 2004.
Long time ago.
Yeah, we played Little League ball together growing up. And, you know, we've known each other for a long time, even through minor league ball and all that. So, yeah, it's good to see him.
Well, Nate signed here a couple months ago, and right after he signed, he and his wife had their first baby. So congratulations on that. He's doing well. 2 months old now.
Yeah, he's awesome, man. And he's a big boy, so you know, I'm excited to watch him grow up, and you know, I'm just ecstatic to be here, to be able to watch him grow up here, definitely, and play baseball. So, two greatest things put together. I mean, it's an amazing gig I got going on here.
So Jake talked about part of the reason he came back was family, his wife. And, how big of a factor was that for you to sign here?
100%. You know, I wanted to watch my little man grow up, and especially with my huge support system here. You know, I haven't had that chance to play in front of family and friends my whole career since really college. So I spent 7 years with the Mariners organization. I've been gone for quite some time now, and you know, I wanted to be here and give my family a chance to watch me play.
What do you think so far about the team? And I mean, it's only been a few days that you guys have been together, but what do you think?
Oh, I think you know, Jake hit it right on the nose. I mean, I think we bring everything to the table. There's a couple guys that you know can hit the ball. You know, from what I saw today, pitching wise, it looked pretty good, and you guys pumping the strike zone. So, bringing you know just a veteran leadership to the younger guys is key as well. Being able to show them how to play the game the right way is very important. So. I think, like Jake said, I mean, get a couple guys and bring them all together, and it's an amazing how things can work out like that.
What do you think about Mr. Mazzarelli so far?
Oh, Maz, he's a good guy. You know, when I talked to him a couple months ago, and he's like, "Let's get this thing done," I was like, "Let's go." You know, so I was excited to get this thing going, and I'm glad it's finally here, started up. And, you know, I'm excited to play some baseball. Absolutely nothing, you know. Absolutely nothing. You know, baseball's baseball to me. You know, I just want to go out there and play hard and have some fun. You know, baseball. You know, the game should be played the right way, and you know, I think that's what I'm here to bring the team. Just a veteran leadership and show them how to play the game the right way and play hard every day in, day out.
What can fans? I mean, obviously some local fans, some K-State fans have seen you over the years, but what can T-Bones fans expect to see out of you this year?
They're going to see me all over the field, I hope. I think Matt's had me at 4 different positions today already in inter-squad games. So, you know, that's a good thing. You know, that's what I've been brought up, been doing in the minor league system, and been able to play every position. So, that's what I'm going to bring to the table. The fans, they're just going to see a guy that likes to have fun out there, not get too frustrated at the bad times, just an even kill guy. Just being able to play the game hard and the right way.
Easy enough.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
You didn't want me to come up, didn't you?
I do. I want you next. All right. Got a whole list of questions for you, Mr. Maz.
All right.
All right. So John Mazzarelli in his second year. And we talked about this toward the end of the season, and you'd been in the Frontier League, you'd been affiliated minor leagues. What did you learn about this league last year that, as you put this roster together, really helped you out, you think?
Well, I mean, just the experience of the league coming in this year is going to have a little bit of, you know, just having that, not going in and just being able to evaluate better, differently, just from the year experience. I know the league now revolves around experienced hitters and finding younger pitchers that can throw strikes and compete against the older hitters. So that's kind of really the key. So we got to find that pitching, and I think we have it.
Is this more of a hitters league, do you think, more of a pitchers league, or is it pretty even, you think?
I think it's a hitters league, just based on the experience. Most of your veteran guys are older experienced, and your younger guys are your pitchers. Let's say each team has 1 or 2 of their older pitchers to kind of cement the staff together, and we have that in Regis at the back end and Hernandez at the front end at the top of the rotation. So hopefully their experience will develop some of those younger arms into you know, that quality guys that we need to rack up innings and be in a pennant race.
Now, as you hit your exhibition season, spring training we'll call it, which is short, you have 7 guys from this Kansas City area. Was that by design? Was that just the way it kind of worked out?
It's not necessarily by design. You kind of build your team slowly. When someone becomes available, obviously when someone comes available, it has some good numbers, and as a Kansas City native, you really kind of attack and go after, just because it's independent ball is tough for these guys to get into, and it's hard enough in the minor leagues when you're traveling around. But the opportunity to play professional baseball at home, guys enjoy it. They're going to enjoy playing at home, and you heard Jake and Nate talking about their families and being here. And as a dad, I know you don't get those years too often, and so it's nice that they're able to play in front of their families.
Now, when you look at this exhibition season, they just reported last week. You practice a couple times. You start preseason games tomorrow night, and then the regular season on the 22nd. It's pretty quick. How do you approach this first week here?
Yeah, it's not like the major leagues that go 2.5, 3 weeks of camp days before they start a game. We're boom, 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 and let's go. Play 8 in a row. So you almost want to worry about guys breaking down too early because they're not ready. And you have limited rosters, so it's a challenge in that regards to play 8 days in a row and try to keep guys fresh. I know it's fresh at the beginning of the year, but have them break down because they're not ready yet. So that'll be a challenge myself and the staff and Sobe will have to deal with on the pitching side and the hitters.
Are you happy with the way the roster came together, and as you see them here these first few days?
Very happy. A lot of like I said, you're forming your team, and then all of a sudden March and 8-10 bring, adds to the roster. It's kind of like that icing on the cake kind of sign. And a couple pitchers like Baker, who came over from Central Missouri, I believe that was his school. Another local guy that kind of became available and contacted us. We had more, compared to the previous year where I put the roster together, I had more local guys contact me, actually, and express an interest to play here at Community Park. So I said, we'll take you.
And this is a little different schedule this year. You have a lot of road games in the first couple months, a lot of home games toward September, or August rather, and then into the first week of September. Is that a good thing to have the back end that being at home so much?
Well, the good thing about it for me is you tend to build good chemistry on the road generally because you're all together. You're in the hotel together. You're traveling together. So to start off, you have that chemistry where you're building spring training together. We play at home for that first homestand, and really the tail of our season might be that next 6 weeks because we're on the road. We go to out to the Can-Am League up into Newark, and a lot of road games, like you mentioned. So to be in a position coming back from New Jersey, from the East Coast, we want to be right in a position because then the schedule's really in our favor to make a run at the end. So hopefully we'll get there. Right, there's not a lot of there's some at certain positions, but not a lot of trying out going on, so to speak. You got to kind of have your lineup in your head and your roster. You want to say you're not set, but in reality, if you're not planning like you already know going in, it's just too quick. You'd make too many mistakes trying to bring in 2 guys for one position, and it's such a quick evaluation process, you may miss something. So I tend to keep a list of guys just in case, but kind of go with the guys that we got here. There's going to be not many roster moves. Well, heck, Jake's going to have 25 people here for his bobblehead night, 1,000. Brownie's calculating how many beers that is right there in sales. That's a big sales night. So it's good to have the local guys. I think it just brings a little section of communities around that they know, and they've known that follow them. Nate's been in the minors 7, 8 years, or I'm sure a lot of his family and friends have never seen him play. Seattle doesn't have many close affiliates to here, so it's I think those are, neat things that happen every night. We're at 28 right now. We're going to have to break with 23. I have a couple coaches that are coming in late. A high school coach and Ryan Cavan, who's out, coaches a private school in San Francisco. His season will be wrapping up this week. And Jared Messer, our rookie reliever last year, he's in my hometown. He's a pitching coach at his high school. And Kyle Robinson coming from Florida late. So a couple guys coming in late because they're coaching, finishing that up. But once we get there, that roster will get down to 23 and we'll go. Tough to get rid of pitching. Yeah. So I'll probably answer that better in a week. Because if I had to answer right now, I'm going to say I'm going to keep all 13. Even if I have to hide some in my office. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but. All right. Thank you.
Oh no! I'm going to ask you one more because we asked Jake about the bobblehead, and we tried today. There's now a Mazzarella meatball sandwich.
Sounds delicious.
And you tried it. What'd you think?
I thought it was outstanding.
I think it's $8, which is a good
Just right
good deal.
Oregano, Italian sauce in it. I'm trying to get the sense what the seasoning was in that meatball. I think there's a secret ingredient that I'm missing. I'm going to have to find out. My name's on it. I got to know.
So that they can, Brownie's counting up the beers for bobblehead night for Jake, but we need to count up how many meatball sandwiches you're going to be having this year.
I wonder if they're going to count by sandwiches or meatballs. If
Yeah.
I think we go by meatballs, I'm going to get Jake. But sandwiches, I don't know. Jake's got a lot of fans.
We appreciate it, Maz.
All right, guys.
And last but not least, Mr. Brownie. No, we're just waiting on Chris Brown to show up before we turn it on. It is going to blow your hair around. So let's similar questions with Maz as we look at this roster with 7 local guys, and you and I have talked about this quite a bit during the off season. You're excited about that, but it's been a while since we've seen this many in camp.
Yeah, it really has, but I think it's always fun to have the local guys have their family and friends here on a nightly basis. It's exciting for them. We've got some Missouri guys, KU guys, K-State guys. That's great for the area. I'm really thrilled about it. I think it'd be neat to have a better, a little bit more local flavor.
So this year we've got a manager who's been around his second year now. We have a lot of local flavor on the team. On paper, a really good team. And then we've got this brand new video board out here. It's a lot of excitement for a team that's been around for more than a decade.
Yeah, it really is, and we're really, really excited about the scoreboard, the video board, Sizzle Vision, or what it may be. But I think our fans are going to love it, and also our players and our sponsors are going to be able to do some more impactful things during the game. Game day atmosphere is going to have a better impact on the fans and sponsors there. Hard to believe it's our 13th year, and May 22nd, opening day. Can't get here fast enough some days. So looking forward to that. From the baseball standpoint, it's really been a lot of work, but a lot of fun putting it together with Maz and the coaches this off season. I've kind of told some people, I think last year we were definitely rebuilding. We brought a whole new manager in, a whole new staff. But this year I really feel like we're building. We're building something that's going to be good here, and looking forward to seeing them compete on the field starting tomorrow night and really May 22nd.
So what do you see as you look at this roster on paper? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
Well, not to repeat what I think Jake and Nate said, I mean, there's a good mix of everything, from speed guys to power guys, and the guys in our bullpen, from hard throwers to sidearm guys. It'll be fun to watch. I think Granite's actually throws lower than Dan Quisenberry did. That was neat to watch the other day. We've got our returning closer, and we've also got the top closer from the Frontier League. So we think we've got our HDH in the bullpen maybe, but I think we've got some power too, and we've got some veteran guys, and I like the makeup of the guys in the clubhouse from a team standpoint too. I think we've got some good leaders, so it's exciting.
So you mentioned HDH, and for those of you who don't know, Chris has a background with the Royals years and years and years ago.
Easy.
Long time ago.
Easy.
But how much does the success over there affect here?
Well, we're excited for them to do well, and those of you that were here last year, you know, when the Royals were in the race, we would announce the scores nightly, and the fans here would go nuts because they were happy for the Royals. Kansas City is a great baseball town. It's a great sports town. I think it's best for Kansas City when all of our teams do well. And from a competition standpoint, you know, we're not competing with Major League Baseball or the NFL. We're affordable family fun, $6.50 tickets, laid-back atmosphere, $1.25 beers. So it's just a fun, relaxing type night. So, hey, I hope they win every game, and I hope we do too.
So we'll have a couple of promotions. We've mentioned the Jake Blackwood bobblehead night. Eventually I'll get that figured out. We'll have Back to the Future night. We'll have an Elvis night. Well, a lot of great giveaways this year. Any that you're really looking forward to?
Well, I know you're looking forward to the Elvis night because you're in charge of it. You know, I got to give credit to our staff, all of our staff back here, for some great ideas and also bringing back some fan favorites. You know, the Redneck Weekend we had for years, which we let go for a few years, but we got some calls from our season ticket holders. They wanted that back. You know, some of the great giveaways that we normally do, the jersey nights, we got people lined up in the parking lot to get those jerseys, and it takes about 12 minutes and they're all gone. So a lot of the fan favorites are coming back. Also, the beer race that we used to do in the early days and we've gotten away from, we're going to bring that back too. So, and there's still some things on the table that we're working on and putting together, but the idea is something for everyone and keeping the favorites, but also adding a little new twist every now and then.
Anything?
Your first base coach is now a successful politician. Is there any problem getting him back?
So our first base coach is a successful politician now, Frank White. Did he want to come back? Was he just too busy to come back? I mean, he's back, but did it take all that convincing?
Well, I think I would say Frank and I have a great understanding, and we had a good lunch this winter, and it was a pretty quick and easy decision. Yeah, his schedule's a little tricky now, but he will be back. He was here this morning. We had a quick meeting. He'll be here tomorrow night. We're at number 20. So, yeah, you'll see him here at the ballpark this summer with the T-Bones.
All right. Easy enough. Thank you. Well, thanks for coming out. And Brownie will be around. And, you know, we can get players and whatnot as well. So, thank you very much. Yeah. I know it's the end of May, middle of May.